Shedsak Virapat, Director General of SIDAB, Professor Rajiv Mohanpat, Director NIRD Assam, Dr. Jayanta Chowdhury, Founder GFSRD, Dr. Mohammed Abubakar, Co-Founder, all the staff of GFSRD, dear Excellencies, learned speakers, stalwarts in the domain, dear participants, all of the protocols observed. Ladies and gentlemen, a very good day to you all. As Secretary General of AARDO, which is the African Asian Rural Development Organization, an intergovernmental organization, it is an immense pleasure and honor and a privilege also for me to greet you on behalf of 31 member countries from Africa and Asia. Many thanks to the organizers for inviting me at today's inaugural program of this very important conference and for providing me an opportunity to address such a galaxy of stakeholders and different institutions throughout the world. A sincere congratulations to you, to the whole team, for arranging this global conference series on localizing sustainable development goals and kickstarting it with the very vital SDG 2, Zero Hunger. Ladies and gentlemen, excellencies, this theme of our conference is statistically and empirically amply scrutinized and analyzed in the annual flagship report entitled The State of Food Security and Nutrition in the World, which is jointly prepared by FAO, IFAD, United Nations Children's Fund, World Food Program, and WHO. The latest report, which was released on 13 July this year in the midst of the pandemic, alarmingly highlights that 5 years after the world committed to end hunger, food insecurity, and all forms of malnutrition, we are unfortunately still off track to achieve this objective by 2030. Data tell us that the world is progressing neither towards SDG Target 2.1 of ensuring access to safe, nutritious, and sufficient food for all people all year round, nor towards Target 2.2 of eradicating all forms of malnutrition. The food security and nutritional status of most vulnerable population groups is likely to deteriorate further due to the health and socio-economic impacts of the COVID-19 pandemic. Ladies and gentlemen, this COVID-19 pandemic has I would say even crippled our economies, plummeted socio-economic indicators, and pushed the world into recession in many places. Many countries, especially in Africa, Asia, or Latin America, which are very much agrarian in nature, predominantly characterized by marginal smallholders, were already in precarious situations, struggling to combat hunger to attain food security and economic development. They were also struggling with what we call usually the unfinished agenda of MDGs. Many of them are off track on various of the targets of SDGs. Pandemic has only compounded existing problems by breaking down supply and value chain, causing shortages in income and food security. Most hit and disproportionately suffering are the villages, especially in Africa, Asia, least developing countries, rural dwellers, where rural dwellers, daily wages, women, children without financial cushions have suffered and are suffering a lot. We have powerlessly observed how an unprecedented health pandemic has disturbed, destroyed livelihoods and lives, even disrupted and devastated economies and businesses. It has decimated and demolished certain sectors and industry. With government rescue packages, some businesses will certainly come back. However, there will be some permanent scars and structural damages which reverberate effect in certain sectors. that will be affecting both downstream and upstream value chain, and mainly those people at the lowest strata. Ladies and gentlemen, we all know that approximately 78% of the world's poorest people live in rural areas, and 95% of that rural people live in the East Asia, South Asian, and Sub-Saharan Africa. A rise in world hunger is ringing the alarm bell. We must ponder on how we are going to eradicate hunger by 2030. There is, believe me, ladies and gentlemen, real danger if due consideration is not given to village development and agricultural development everywhere, especially in Africa and Asia, which is housed to about 76.7% of the world population. We have all listened and witnessed maybe some of these revolutions called green revolution, evergreen, blue revolution, white revolution, yellow revolution, biotech revolution, ICT, and so on. But humanity is not yet able to get rid of hunger and ensure all human beings the basic right to sufficient and nutritious foods. In this scenario, and the derailed targets, what should be our real strategy? The Global Forum for Sustainable Rural Development, consisting of academicians, practitioners, policymakers, with members from many countries, I understand more than 64 countries, is indeed a crucial network advocating for sustainable rural development globally. We have to partner together with organizations such as CDAP and AARDO, not only to localize the issues, but to mainstream them in important agendas, and most importantly, where budget formulation is being discussed, to eventually bring meaningful changes at the level of rural areas. Ladies and gentlemen, the African Asian Rural Development Organization is indeed an intergovernmental organization which is very much rural centric, and we subscribe to the spirit of South-South and triangular cooperation, as well as of African and Asian solidarity. We've got more than 56 years of experience, and we are operating as a platform by remaining at the forefront of focus SDGs in rural areas through different and evolving forms, including technical cooperation, sharing of knowledge and experiences, training, capacity building, technology transfer on mutually agreed terms. While partnering with the gamut of UN organizations and other international organizations, as well as academic organizations and member countries and partner institutions, AARDO is advocating the pooling and sharing of best practices, appropriate technology, and replication of successful models, as well as dissemination of affordable innovation and technologies. Ladies and gentlemen, the majority of other member countries is agrarian, as I said, in nature, and predominantly characterized by marginal and smallholders with low value addition processes and substantial post-harvest losses. There is equally what we call a dearth of quality inputs and innovative technologies, as well as structured markets. This is why we are looking for well-designed, sustainable business model based on innovative agro-food and green technologies to help these struggling economies in capitalizing on their resources, on their potential to enhance food production, and food security, value addition, and creation of more employment opportunities. And also very much focusing and prompting the swift transfer of knowledge and technology to shape the landscape of agricultural and rural development. I am very much pleased to inform that with its strategic framework 2021-2030 being developed, we are contemplating an AARDOpedia which besides successful policies programs will include a basket of affordable, innovative, and disruptive technologies to assist member countries in eliminating poverty, meeting the rising demand for food, and in coping with sanitary and climate challenges. You are all invited, dear participants, ladies and gentlemen, to share your successful models and innovative technologies so as to scale up and reach out and benefit a larger number of rural dwellers in Africa, Asia, as well as in other parts of the world. We have definitely to collectively and constantly look for solutions to curb cost escalating factors in production, storage, transport, distribution, and marketing of food, including ways to check inefficiencies in food systems and curtail food loss and waste. We require such platform and enlarged partnership for effective transfer, as I said, available, accessible, affordable technologies and technology solutions. We need to roll out the productivity of research innovation in tackling world development challenges. All our approaches and strategies, ladies and gentlemen, should foresee climate smart, nutrition sensitive, small farmers, and women empowerment, technology driven and market oriented agricultural and rural development strategies. To conclude, let me underscore once again the necessity to holistically and coherently, as well as comprehensively, approach development challenges in an urgent mode, preferably in a mission mode similar to the development of the COVID vaccine we are witnessing, so as to be able to vaccinate a growing world population against hunger. I wish all the participants of this workshop and successive ones full success in sharing of knowledge and country experiences and in addressing the crucial issues which will eventually assist us to speedily move towards smart farms, smart production, smart distribution, smart consumption, and most importantly, ultimately, to have a hunger-free world very soon. Please stay safe. I wish you all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year 2021. Thank you very much for